Welcome to Toffee TV. We've got the breaking news that Rafa Benitez has been appointed Everton manager. He has signed a 3-year deal and will commence work with the squad when they return on the 5th of July. So it's done, Baz, signed and sealed, pictures of him, and it's out there. Everton have a new manager.
Yeah, worst kept secret in football.
Yeah,
has been confirmed. Yeah, I think the fact that we've known it's been, it's going to happen for a while now means that the shock kind of value of it has dropped. Obviously, there's a lot of people who are very disappointed and very angry with disappointments. And Everton, I'm guessing Everton knew this was going to be the case and still pressed ahead with the appointment. So they must believe, particularly the owners, that Rafa Benitez is the right man for the job. You'd have to, there's not much we can do as a fan base. You've got to bow down to their judgment, I guess, and get behind the team. And hopefully it'll be better than what we've seen. Yeah. Because it's not like we're starting from a massive position of strength where we're in the Champions League every year or we're winning stuff. So I guess it is what it is, isn't it? Wouldn't have been my choice. I've said that before. I'd have chosen a different route. Again, with repeating myself, but he's the Everton manager, so we have to go with it.
Farhad Mashiri said Rafa impressed us greatly with his knowledge and his experience, but above all, the passion and hunger he showed to join the club. We are appointing Rafa because we believe he will bring success to our club and to Evertonians. To put it simple, we need to be competing at the top end of the league and to be winning trophies. Rafa is a proven winner with huge experience in coaching internationally, and we have secured the best man to achieve that for us.
I mean, it's a strong statement. So them words are very easy to say. I can sit here and construct those words, knowing that I'm not going to be giving that manager money to be able to do, or the tools to be able to do that. So for our owner to sit there and say that, then they have to back him. And they have to back Marcel Brands in terms of what he wants to bring in, because that's the only way that those words actually ring true. We've had Farhad Mashiri sit at an AGM a few years ago saying we don't want to be a museum. We're more of a museum today than we've ever been, because every year that goes by where we don't achieve, we get further away. We've had a chairman who was an owner who kind of oversaw that in terms of, rightly or wrongly, his reign has seen Everton move further away from winning trophies. So we have to somehow flip that round and start being able to do that. And Farhad Mashiri to say those words, it's great to hear, but to stop it being empty words, they have to actually start, trying to find ways how they can help the management team, and I mean all of them, not just Rafa Benitez, in achieving that. Rafa
Benitez has said, I am delighted to be joining Everton. Throughout the process, I've been greatly impressed by the ambition shown by the senior representatives at the club and their desire to bring success to this historic club. I believe this is a club that is going places. I'm determined to play a big part in helping this great club. He said great twice. He said great and he said historic. Achieve its ambitions.
Let's be honest, all stuff you'd expect them to say. You'd expect them to say that it's a traditional club and it's, great and everything else. He's got some fire in his belly, he must have, to we saw what's gone on over, since his name was put out there. People have made their feelings very, very clear on the situation, and for him to still want to take the job, he must have a real drive to do it, to want to do it. And I guess if you're sat in a room with owners who are turning around saying to you, we want to win, we want to be in the Champions League, we want to do this, then you must, as that person opposite the table, you must be turning around saying, how are you going to help me do that then? How are you going to help me achieve that?
Bill Kenwright said, Rafa Benitez is joining Everton Football Club at an exciting time. On behalf of the board of directors, I wish him well in achieving success for our football club, success our supporters long for and deserve.
But the last bit's right. We do long for it and we do deserve it. It's been far too long that we've been able to have any kind of success. You know, success isn't getting to an FA Cup semi-final. It's not losing in an FA Cup final. It's actually achieving things, and we need to win. It's been 26 years. It's been a nonsense. Longest period in our history without winning something and achieving something. It's more difficult now than maybe in the past to do it, because there's teams who have got huge amounts of money behind them and are already established. But Leicester City proved last year that if you do it right and you bring the right players in, that you can get in there and win something. And that's Everton's challenge now, and the challenge is being passed to Rafa Benitez. And what I'd like to hear more from is Moshiri and Marcel Brands as we're going through the process of this, because, you know, saying this thing when a manager's appointed on day one and then keeping stum for the rest of the time. Yeah. When us as fans want to be given some information, how are we going to do it? It's easy to turn around and go, I want us to get in the Champions League and we should be winning trophies and we should be doing this. Well, how then? How are you, as an owner, helping? You know, because you could argue that managers haven't failed on their own. At Everton Football Club, Everton Football Club have failed some managers as well. And at some stage, you have to try to give your manager everything and your management team everything they need to try to be successful.
Everton have confirmed Duncan Ferguson and Alan Kelly will be part of the Backroom staff, and will confirm more members of the Backroom staff in the coming days. There is an actual message to Evertonians from Rafa Benitez, who said, "It is a privilege to have been given the opportunity to manage Everton. Having called Merseyside my home for the last 17 years, I have a very clear understanding of what makes this club so special. The club is always striving to be the best. Simply competing in the top league is not enough. That ambition and determination to succeed is something I share. I never want to just compete. At every club I have managed, I have fought to win. My focus is always on one thing, fighting for the team, and I am managing. I will do that for Everton. The hard work starts now. It is a challenge I am relishing." Rafa Benitez.
Good words, but we need to see actions and we need to see evidence, and that's not necessarily me saying that against Rafa Benitez. It's for everyone who's made a statement there. The club have come to a very divisive decision, I think is the right phrase. So there's no point making a divisive decision and then not giving that person all of the backing you can to help them achieve. It's very easy to make an appointment that everybody likes the person, because straight away you've got goodwill on your side. But there will be very little goodwill at this moment in time, I think, from a lot of Evertonians. So the club making these big statements about wanting to be successful, wanting to achieve, wanting to compete, money where your mouth is time now, and really go and try to create something that we can all get behind, and see if we can make Everton more successful than what's happened in the past. Because let's be honest, it's well overdue. It's well overdue for Evertonians under 30 to see something of note, something they can hang on to. We're going into a new stadium in 3 seasons, and we need to be going into that new stadium from a position of strength. And if you're making an appointment like this, when a lot of Evertonians have made their feelings quite clear on it, then you better make sure you're getting this appointment right. You better give the person enough backing so he can achieve what you want him to. Because otherwise, those words are just empty words that are very, very easy to say. And like I said before, the proof of the pudding will be in the eating. The next 6 weeks will ultimately tell us where we're going in terms of, because it's all very well as well, me saying they've got to back them and they've got to do this. Well, they're up against it a little bit with FFP, so they're going to have to be very creative and get to work on that. But what I will say, if Everton don't bring 4 or 5 players in who are quick and mobile and athletic this summer, he's going to be up against it straight from day one, because that's what the squad needed, whether it was Rafael Benitez, whether it was Carlo Ancelotti, whether it was Christophe Galtier, whether it was Antonio Conte. But no matter what, Everton need 4 or 5 mobile, athletic, fast players into that team, because it isn't fit for purpose really, and certainly not fit for purpose in terms of trying to get into European places, because everybody above does have that kind of pace that we lack.
He's also said in an interview with Everton TV, you can see the ambition is there, the club is growing. For me, it's about bringing the winning mentality, being competitive, so everything is in place on the pitch and off the pitch. I love the passion of the people behind the club. I know the city, I know Scousers, I know what it means for every fan here to compete and have the chance to win. To come to Everton is something that means a lot, for sure. You can see the ambition of the owner, of the board. Everyone wants to be better and go to the new stadium with a massive boost. I like to compete, I like to win. I came from an academy at Real Madrid, and the winning mentality is already there. We have won 13 titles because we have the mentality and still want to win. And I've come to Everton because I like the idea to be competitive again and to have the chance to compete in every game and to compete against everybody. All my life has been working hard, trying to be successful. I was lucky enough to be successful in different countries. I will try to do that with my experience and the knowledge of the city and the fans and the Premier League. If you have very good players, it is all about managing them. If you have to improve the players, you have to do that at the same time. Bring in some additions that will give the team more quality, but also the right mentality. You want players with the right character, so you can be sure everyone has the same idea to go into the pitch, to give everything. That is what the fans are expecting. We need the fans behind the team, and I think they will be. He said, I have been in Madrid, Naples, Valencia, Tenerife, and Liverpool. Every single club I was there, I was fighting for them. If you analyse things in the context of what we are expecting from the manager, it is right. You fight for your club, and he will do that. I'm here. I will fight for the club. I will try to win everything, every single game, and it doesn't matter who the opponents are or the rivals. It is something you have to do. It is your nature that you have to try to do your best. And why a lot of fans in a lot of these cities love me is because I'm giving everything for them. If you analyse this in the context, then it's very clear I will do the same for Everton. That was in reference to what it was said. He said on Duncan Ferguson, I think Duncan will be fundamental for us. He knows the club, he knows the fans, he knows the mentality. He can work with us. We can learn from him, and he can learn from us with the experience we have in different countries and leagues. On Marcel Brands, he says, I worked in Spain for years with a director of football. Marcel is professional, I am professional. We will work together, we will keep talking, having meetings to talk about the club's ideas, what we will have to do in the future about players. The communication between us has to be fluent, and we will be talking with each other all the time. I am really pleased with that structure. I've already been in contact with him. I have the plan for Everton's summer transfer business. So interesting that he's addressed Duncan Ferguson, he's addressed the Marcel Brands situation, and they were the lingering fear. Certainly the Marcel Brands situation was the lingering fear. How would he work with the director of football? How would the director of football work with him? Straight away, he's addressed those things, which is quite interesting, and things that he had to get out the way pretty quickly, so that other people didn't, essentially.
Yeah, you've got to. If there's elephants in the room, you've got to address them immediately. I think Duncan Ferguson will be important for him. I think Alan Kelly, someone who Jordan Pickford is very, very fond of as a coach, and someone who's obviously Pickford's form, the upturn in his form, certainly since the turn of the year. We're seeing it in the Euros at the moment. 4 clean sheets on the run for England at a major tournament. Incredible. So, it's important that Kelly's staying in post as well there, I think, because they are people that obviously the players know as well, and they know where the players are up to. And maybe it'd be nice if he could get another ex-Evertonian in there, but someone who's actually a coach, not just for the sake of it. But that probably won't be the case, because I think that might have been mentioned already. But Yeah, I mean, a lot of it's what you'd expect, but it's still good to hear those comments. But like I said before, on the same comments with Mashiri and stuff like that, it's about proving it now.
Yeah.
It's about going and making something tangible.
Ned, do you have any comments?
Josh on the super chat says, what would be a successful season for Rafa?
Europe?
I
Again?
think European qualification. I think it has to be. It's what I'd have held Carlo Ancelotti to this season. Again,
We hold them to the same standards.
yeah, why not? Why not? I mean, I'm not being funny. 12th and 10th isn't exactly massive standards to hold anyone to. So,
But the standards that we wanted.
we want European qualification, but that won't happen unless Everton go and get 4 or 5 players in. It's as simple as that. I can't see it happening anyway. Unless Everton do go and get those players with pace, that 4 or 5 players we need. But that's how I see it. I mean, what's it? Do you?
Yeah, I think that's what. I think no one should be. People should now, whether you wanted them or you didn't want them, or whether you were just,
ambivalent to it all. Yeah,
should obviously just require the same standards that you wanted, which is European football, essentially from the start, and continue that work.
And it'll be difficult because other teams like Villa and West Ham and Leicester and all of those are in that fight as well. Tottenham and Arsenal. It'll be tough, but if you're coming here and you're making big noises about what you want to do and you want to be successful, then Europe is the one. And what I would say, if Everton can get over 60 points, I think they'll have a great chance, because I think last season was probably, as Everton quite often find, when they get something and it, in any other season, they probably would have got a European spot with 59 points. So 60 plus points, I think, would be a successful season for them. Obviously, winning the Carabao Cup would be delicious, but there you go, Ned. Anything else?
There's quite some mixed reviews in the comments, I'm not going to lie.
Well, there will be. There will be, won't there?
Jonesy says Rafa masterclass incoming.
Fair enough.
Maybe.
We'll wait and see. Listen, we'll wait and see. You can't predict it. I think what you've got is a fella who's prepared to go to work. Whether that'll be enough to do the job, I don't know. Whether that'll be enough for the fans, I don't know. I think what we've got is a fella who's prepared to go to work. And we'll see what happens. You can never predict. You can never predict what's going to happen. No one could have ever predicted Carlo Ancelotti would have come in, gone the way, had the best away record we've had for 30 odd years, and had the worst home record we've had for 50 odd years. You just simply can't predict what's going to happen. All you can ask of the person is, are they qualified? Yes. Will they work? Yes. And then we'll see what happens. And I think that's it. If people don't like him, they don't like him. The club have obviously put that to one side because they feel he's the best man for the job. And we go from there and we'll see what unfolds.
Yeah.
They start work straight away. Players are back on the 5th. And they're down to it straight away. And it's a new era. And that's it.
Yeah.
Well, that's it. So let us know your thoughts in the comments anyway on this. We'll be back at 5 o'clock if you're watching this live. Where we'll get into all the comments then. We'll get into all the comments then. So make sure you let us know your thoughts in the comments. Give this video a like, subscribe if you haven't already, and if you want more daily live videos, join us over on Patreon. The link's in the description and it'll be on the screen. See you later.